playing for the Thunder here in OK. Star break, an abdominal strike. Murat Kogut, Brandon Adair. Jason Wallace driving baseline. Reverse layup is good for Wallace with 13 points and a loss to the Spurs on Wednesday when the Thunder didn't have any of their starters available because of health issues.
Lots on the shoulders of Reed Sheppard. In the last 8 games, it's been a struggle from 3. Can he find it? That's a great start because obviously he is not as tall, he is not as athletic as Amen, and he doesn't give you the defensive presence of Amen, but that can be the equalizer for him.
7 straight games he's been under 40% and averaging about 8 points per game. So a great start for him. Dort missing and rebounded by Eason. Here's Durant. Still getting some boos here in Oklahoma City. But he's able to hit, and it's 5-2 Rockets.
How about he's 19 years in and yet another 25 points per game average and another 50-40 from three-point. Incredible.
And has a chance at 50-40-90 for the 3rd time in his career, including once here as a member of the Thunder back in 2013. He's got the size advantage on Wallace. Şengün in the lane, and a foul called.
You know, probably don't talk enough about his overall floor game, but in terms of shooting, he's as good as it gets, folks.
He's 11th in the league in scoring, entering today at 26 points per game. The 3 is good for Eason, who's number 2 in the NBA in three-point shooting.
He's been tremendous from the corners as well.
Holmgren to answer. Good. Switching it through, Chet Holmgren, who is just 1 for 11 in his last 2 games from out there.
Well, what a nice thing to have his adaptability. You can toggle him between the 4 and the 5 spots.
Eason can't miss the bank. Long rebound to Sheppard. Houston at 31-19. The Rockets have lost 2 in a row, blown out essentially at home by Boston and Charlotte. The Hornets, though, have won 8 in a row. They're the hottest team in the league right now. Sheppard off target on the mid-range. Rebound Hartenstein. Wallace racing up the court with a crossover on Smith. Wiggins gets into the lane, and the floater is good for Wiggins, who had 20 points his last time out.
And because those 2 guys are on the bench, the 2 guys who have the ball most often generating offense will look a little different today for Oklahoma City.
Catch and shoot. Durant splashes through. A 3-ball is 109th of the year.
Can we get an amen for the shooting out of the gates from both teams?
Houston 4 of 6. Oklahoma City 3 of 5, and a foul on Houston.
Well, aside from layups, shots on the floor, when you're as efficient as him, get to that as much as possible.
You mentioned this in our meeting. He thought his team really responded well to those comments, and so far so good today in the first 3 minutes.
I don't want to draw that guy's ire, and I certainly don't want to screw up on the floor and then have to walk over to the bench after I've done that.
Was so tough as a player, longtime NBA assistant, 1 year in Boston as a head coach, and now 3 with the Rockets. Şengün too strong, and Hartenstein clears it. Thunder ball down 2. Holmgren with a jab step. Jabari Smith hanging with him. Holmgren missed it inside, and Smith out of there with the rebound. Jabari Smith is so long. He's 6'11". Great wingspan, terrific athlete. Floater from Sheppard is down.
It's the most important thing he can do to me today is be decisive on the catch. Get your team into organized offense early and be decisive and aggressive yourself.
Wallace spinning, keeping that pivot foot down. Wiggins in the lane. Shot clock down to 10. Hartenstein poked away by Şengün. Thunder gets back defensively. They're the #1 defense in the NBA. Houston is 5th. And a turnover by the Rockets. Durant and Eason not on the same page. Holmgren wasn't ready for the ball on the pass from Wallace, and he lost it. 2-on-1. Eason ahead of the pack for the layup. And a timeout with the Rockets leading by 6.
Brooks was traded away. Those are guys that add a lot of edge to this team.
There's so many things in what you just said, Katie. Let's start with no Fred VanVleet. This is a team that struggles with turnover. 26th in percentage. Good deep position by. How about that pass? So pretty. But you're missing a true point guard. You're not as organized. The ball doesn't find where it needs to be, particularly in the 4th quarter. This team has been abysmal in possession ball games late, what they call clutch. There's so much going on. They have young guys who, if they start missing shots, Dave, they let that affect their attitude and body language on the defensive end. So they got some things to figure out, no doubt.
You mentioned clutch games. They're 12-14 and 1-5 in overtime. They're hopeful that Van Vliet will be back. There is a chance. He had a torn ACL, had surgery in September, but Steven Adams, arguably the best offensive rebounder in basketball, as Wallace gets the jam. He is out for the year due to ankle surgery.
That's a massive blow, and it reverberates up and down the roster. Good steal here or near steal by Hartenstein. Boy, that timeout by Oklahoma City was timely. Different level of aggression and intention.
Eason, though, able to collect and finish. 7 baskets for Houston, 7 assists. Şengün's got 5 early on. He averages 6 per game, which is a career best. Caruso on the floor. He has been out 7 of the last 8 games with an adductor injury, as Dort scores his first points of the day. Third meeting. We mentioned opening night. There was also a game in mid-January in Houston that the Thunder won. 111-91. This is their final regular season meeting. Jabari Smith on target with a 3-ball.
And that's going to happen consistently, and it's something that's been a big level of variance for this team. 2 to the ball, 2 go to Kevin Durant, who makes shots around him.
Wiggins can't answer off the side of the rim. And then Durant slips and falls. He thought he was fouled. Said something to Brandon Adair, the official. Şengün with the blow-by and fires to the corner. Eason's 3, no good. Rebounded by Wallace, the third-year pro out of Kentucky. Deflection by Durant, and into the hands of Wiggins. Houston was 4 of 4 from 3 before that miss in the corner by Eason. Here's Caruso. Great pass underneath to Wallace.
All of a sudden, lots of points in the paints for Oklahoma City. And some of it has to do with exceptional passing from a couple of different guys, including Hartenstein.
Shepard getting downhill. Eason on the spot up, rattles out. Knocked out of bounds by the Rockets off of Durant last. SGA will be reevaluated after the All-Star break. He's got an abdominal strain. Also, A.J. Mitchell is out. As that one rolls off the rim, Mitchell is missing his 8th straight game. He's got an abdominal one at home, Doris. You've never commented on it once. Finney-Smith checking into the game for Houston. And the Rockets turn it over. Jalen Williams, long outlet to Kenrich Williams, who had 25 points his last outing. And he drills a 3 to tie the game at 20.
I just love these guys. That minutes are determined by who's in and out of the lineup. Like Kenrich Williams, the ability to play, be a big part of the rotation or not. I mean, you've got 2 bigs on the floor who a lot of times they're...
Katie touched on that in the open. They added to their depth at the trade deadline as Caruso gets a steal and drives, switching hands and scoring against Davison, and Oklahoma City has the lead. Timeout, Houston.
Basketball play, get my teammates going as well.
OKC took an early timeout. They seem to up the intensity on both sides. What's the key for you guys facing such an active defense?
Yeah, just stay simple, stay together. You know, we know what it takes just to get in the paint, get kick out threes, open shots, don't force nothing. You know, they're a good team, so just playing the right way.
Appreciate it, Reed. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dave.
Well, they did everything right on that possession. It just couldn't make the 3 and then missed the offensive putback opportunity. And so it's Oklahoma City ball. First minute of the second quarter. 58% shooting for the Thunder in that first quarter. 10 assists on 11 baskets. Chet Holmgren takes it strong to the bucket there.
His confidence on that off-the-bounce game is just so imperative. And again, you're playing double big, so he's at the 4. You want those face-up skills.
Another missed 3. They started 4 for 4. Houston did 1 for their last 8. They're shooting just 32% from 3 the last 2 months. That's the worst in the NBA. Boy, Hartenstein blew an easy putback. Great hustle, Holmgren. And then a Rocket foul.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander told us a year ago.
He was really upset. Even though the 3 was good by Joe, he was mad that Hartenstein missed him. Hartenstein just said, my bad. Holmgren had a great backdoor cut. So quick 5-0 run to start the quarter. They're trying to, on defense, get the ball out of Durant's hands. Durant hasn't taken a shot since the 3-minute mark, or the 9-minute mark, 3 minutes into the game. And then a steal by Wallace on a bad pass, and Durant looked frustrated by that. McCain's first shot as a Thunder, no good. But there's Holmgren with the offensive rebound. And then he fakes the pass and rolls it home with the left hand.
And he's just so gifted. And on both sides of the floor, he gets to basketballs that you don't think he can get to. He's got reach, he's got lateral speed.
Durant missed the three, but fouled by Wallace. That's the first on Wallace and the first on Oklahoma City. It'll be Durant had a foot on the line, so it's 2 free throws, and Durant misses. He's an 89%.
But sometimes he overworks. He's too hard on himself. He wants it so bad. He's a perfectionist, but Daigneault says you'll take that over apathy. You take that every day of the week. They love his effort.
Meanwhile, 2 missed free throws by Durant, and then Oklahoma City an empty.
Playoff run taught him so much, how teams would guard him, what his counters should be.
Durant knocks down the pull-up. He's 3 for 3 from the field. 7 points. Three minutes into the second quarter, the Thunder leading by 5. Here's Jared McCain. His pull-up is good, his first points in an Oklahoma City uniform.
If he gets hot from 3, he's dangerous. You see a glimpse of the floor game there, right? Playing it out of a screening action, just navigates, backs that defender down.
Oklahoma City has so many picks that they traded Houston's first-round pick along with a few of their seconds to get McCain from Philly. Okogie not even close on the triple try. Now they really felt, not just as a player, but as a person, that he really fit their culture. Holmgren gets hacked by Durant. KD's first, and Holmgren will.
Has been important. They're all of similar age for the most part. And I think one of the most important aspects, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, all through the playoff run a season ago, to a man, his teammates said, as his profile and his All-NBA and then MVP and then Finals MVP happened, the guy remained the same guy. Still hungry for improvement, trying to grow his game. I don't get the sense any guy on this roster is satisfied with one title.
We have not had a repeat champ in the NBA since Kevin Durant's Golden State Warriors back in 2017-2018, his first 2 seasons on another team other than the Thunder. Spent his first 8 years with Oklahoma City, of course a year in Seattle prior to that. And then a turnover. Here's Shepherd in the open floor, and he throws it down.
That's the side of the floor that he can get in some trouble with Ime, and like him being aggressive. He's got to compete.
7-point lead. Wallace on the take. Missed the layup. Challenged by Finney-Smith. Shepherd's pass picked off by Joe. Wallace staying down court. 2-on-1. They play catch. And then Holmgren gets into the act, and he's mauled by Shepherd. That's the second.
In handling the ball at times from various people. But you got to be sharper. You help them by making silly mistakes.
Holmgren misses the second foul shot. First miss at the line for Oklahoma City. Meanwhile, Houston is 1 of 4 at the strike. Durant 3 for 3, but is he shooting enough in 14 minutes played? Still getting booed here. Not a lot of them, but there are a number of them who are loud enough that we can hear it. Won an MVP here in 2014. Went to a finals with the Thunder as well. Great backdoor Wallace, and he got hit by Okogie. That's his first.
Or at least they're shading that side of the floor. So they're making him be a passer. And Kevin's going to do what the game dictates.
And the Clippers at Minnesota on ESPN. For more, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Largest lead for Oklahoma City at 10 with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Şengün into the lane. Kicks it out. Finney-Smith has it rattle out. Pinballs to Hartenstein. Quickly gets it ahead to McCain. Fake the pull-up. McCain can't bank it home and poked out to Eason. Houston is 1 for its last 12 from three-point land. They are 5th in offensive efficiency, but that's a little misleading. That was because they were so good early on, but they've really struggled shooting the ball since. Bad miss there by Şengün. Backdoor Joe. Great defense by the Thunder. 2-on-1. Joe at the lob. Willis with the flop.
I'm trying to take it out of his hands.
And they took it out of his hands there. Joe ripping it away. So that is 4 turnovers in the quarter by Houston and just 2 baskets. They have 4 points in 6 minutes.
So that's 10 total because they had 6 turnovers in the first.
Caruso blocked by Şengün. Out of bounds, 7 to shoot for the Thunder.
So Lou Dort.
Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP. No Jalen Williams, all-NBA player last year. No A.J. Mitchell, most improved player candidate this year. Yet the Thunder are rolling here at home. Dort can't add to the lead. He missed the 3. And Dort defending Durant. Lou Dort, first team all-defense last year. Şengün hasn't scored. Now, he does have 6 assists and 5 rebounds, but he's over 3 from the floor. And this is coming off 7 points the other night against Charlotte, his worst game of the year. He got that one to fall.
Just deep post position, but I'm telling you, they had a good shell around the paint. That's just Şengün being a terrific offensive player, but I'm going to be honest with you. Too often Houston's offense boils down to exactly that. Either Kevin Durant or Alperen Şengün being absolutely great and dynamic.
Amen Thompson this morning was added to the injury report with an illness, took an IV, went through warm-ups, didn't start. We're told that he still could play, but he has not been on the court yet. Smith has that one roll around and won't fall. And Oklahoma City +6 on the glass. That doesn't happen to Houston very often. Best rebounding team in the league. Shot clock inside of 10 for Dort. Working against Davison, who already has drawn 1 charge. Williams will hoist and hits the 3.
I mean, this guy, number one, whether he plays or not, his spirit is always terrific.
Largest lead of the game for Oklahoma City. Caruso rebounds on Wednesday in a loss to the Spurs. Davison puts up the 3. It's good. A much-needed hit for Houston.
You're just trying to stay attached. You ended the first period with a couple of defensive discipline, good stops. That's going to be no push there. Wow. You need to do the same here. Like, try to make a good finish to this final 3+.
Wiggins can't make it drop with the left hand, and now Houston able to get control. Try to get it to single digits, maybe with a 3. Eason and Shepherd have each taken 8 shots, while Durant still sits at 3. Now we're right there with Durant, who makes a nice move. Durant, 37 years old. Davison no good on the triple try. Williams had it and lost it. Eason's got it underneath. Şengün grab, and he gets the layup plus a foul. A chance at a 3-point play to get it to single figures with 3:09 left in the half.
Just trying to hang tough.